Alright, don't really come from a massive knowledgeable musical theory background, but somehow throughout my career as a producer, I managed to work with major artists, top industry producers, and even going Billboard. Now, I'm only saying this only to demonstrate how far you can go in the music industry today without necessarily having to become the next Mozart of our generation. However, before all the nerds start getting mad at me, I still do believe that gaining some basic musical theory insights will make you a better producer overall, especially when compared to one who doesn't have any. Now, with that being said, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can still make insanely hard beats even if you don't have any musical theory knowledge. And if you're ready, let's get into it. Yeah, so for today's melody, we're gonna go for 144 BPM. And what I'm about to do is something that you really want to do if you don't have any musical theory background. And all you need to do if you're an FL, bro, if you don't have a FL, I don't even know what to tell you, to be honest. If you haven't understood that this is the best though so far, like, there ain't that much that I can tell you, you feel me? Just go over here on this triangle and you go to view and then all the way down to scale highlighting. What I'm gonna do is to select it to minor. And for today's beat, we're gonna stick to C minor, but even if it was on another key, bro, you'll just put it on F and automatically the piano will set by itself on the root note that you set it for. So that means that the notes that I'm gonna be placing down to create the melody for each sound that I'm gonna be using are only gonna be covering the clearer areas. These ones here, the darker ones, you don't want to touch them, otherwise you will put the note out of key and you don't want to do that. So you just need to focus on putting the notes where the clearer spaces are available. So now what I'm gonna do is to write down a chord, and a chord is simply the combination of two or more notes playing together at the same time. So I'm gonna put a note here, and then all you need to do is to count 3. So 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I'm only considering the clearer spaces, so it's 1, 2, and 3, and you put another one over here, and then you count 3 again, so it's 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna place another one over here. And this is a very basic chord progression, bro. I ain't nothing too crazy, bro. And then we're gonna duplicate the whole thing just like this. So the only reason why I use this sound here is because it kind of gives some sort of texture, dark background just to start off the melody. And at this point, I'm gonna use this pad right here. Right, this one's dark as hell too, man. And once again, for this one, I'm gonna start by writing down a chord, but in this case, we're gonna make it slightly different. So one thing that you always want to remember is that, especially when you're making dark melodies, which are what I make like 9 times out of 10, you basically want to work with the root note of the melody. So in this case, we're working with C minor. So every C of the piano is gonna be a root note of the melody, and also these two sets of notes. Why? Because those ones are called tension notes, like tension area. Basically, any note that you put on this area here or over here gives a lot of tension to the melody and really gives you that dark vibe to the melody. It also depends how you put the melodies around the piano of whatever sound you're using. So in this case, I'm gonna put the first note on the root note, which is C, and then the next one I'm gonna put it over here, which is a tension note. Or what you can also do is to count 5 from the root note. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. As you can see, we're once again on the same note. So we're gonna place another one over here, and then again I'm gonna put another note on the root note, but in this case I'm gonna pitch it up 12 semitones, which is C6. Alright, I feel like it's kind of too high, so what we're gonna do is to pitch it down 12 semitones, something like this, and then we're gonna duplicate this thing like this, and let's see how it sounds with the first sound we used. Yeah, this thing is gonna come dark. So what I'm gonna do is to put another note over here on the tension note. Yeah, man. You see the dark vibe, bro. Now for the next sound, I'm gonna use these keys here, and I'm just gonna put some very basic notes on the piano. I'm really gonna use the sound more like a synth background plug kind of thing. So I'm gonna start from the root note, and then I'm gonna put the next one over here, and the other next over here. And as you can see, bro, they're really touching the same exact position in which we place the first notes for the chord progression. And I think I'm gonna duplicate them, so we're gonna basically have them twice on the same 4 bars, or even something like this. Yeah, something like this, bro. They're really in the background, so I'm not even sure if we're gonna be able to hear them, but trust me, man, this stuff is very important, bro. Now, it's actually time to give more life and energy to this melody. So what I'm gonna do is to use a background choir from Omnisphere. So I'm just gonna start from the root note. So once again, we're starting from C. And I'm really gonna extend the note because I want this stuff to be felt sustained. Like, I really want it to be heard for at least 4 bars type of thing. Something like this, but I'm gonna pitch it out 12 semitones. I might even reduce the volume a little bit. And now, bro, to make it sound more dark, I'm gonna put another note over here. And as you can see, tension note still within the chords. We're gonna duplicate it. Yeah, something like this. And now to give a little bit of variation to this thing, I'm gonna pitch up to a semitone the last note. Now I'm gonna do some processing to this sound, and I'm gonna start by giving it a little bit of reverb. Something like this. And then I'm gonna cut out the low end a little bit. Same thing for the high end. Yeah, so it sounds more in the background. Yeah, man, perfect like this. Now for the next sound, I want to use something like a synth string or something like that. And I'm still here in Omnisphere, and I'm gonna use this one here, which is called black and blue strings, which to be honest sounds more like a synth. And once again, we're just gonna put a simple straightforward note here. And we're gonna lower down the volume. You see, man? It is sounding very dark, and it's also starting to give more direction to the melody. I'm gonna cut out the low end a little bit. So now it is actually time to give a little bit of body to this melody. So what I'm gonna do is to use the big soft strings from Xpan 2. And what I would like to do with this preset is to use it as a bass. So what I'm gonna do is to put a very low note on C, let's see, maybe 3. Something like this, yeah. And straight for 8 bars. Maybe even C2, so we're gonna lower it down. Yeah, man. You see? I really love these soft strings here from Xpan 2. I pretty much use them on every single melody of mine for making the bass of the melody. So now you know some sauce. And as you might notice, what I've been doing till so far is to just layer down a lot of different sounds without necessarily putting some crazy as hell notes on the piano, all those kind of things, bro. Like if you don't really know what you're doing with the piano, with the notes, because you might be putting stuff out of key, you don't always have to put notes on the piano like that. Like you can just put some simple chord progressions, some simple notes every now and then see what happens from it. And then if you still feel like, you can also add another sound and then put in a note on the root note for that particular sound on another position where you didn't put it for the previous sound. So I'm basically just saying that you can really play around a lot with a simple chord progression just by positioning it on different parts of the sample. And I'm also gonna show you what I mean by that. So now I'm gonna grab this dark path from Omnisphere, and I'm pretty much gonna use it like a background texture. So I'm gonna put like a note here. Yeah, something like this. So now that I'm gonna turn on every single sound that I used so far, you're barely gonna be able to hear it, but all of these sounds are very important to have because they really give the foundation to the melody to be there, to really feel it full. Even if you don't necessarily distinguish every single thing, if something might be missing, you'll feel it, you'll notice. So it's very important to have these kind of things in the background. And as you can see, bro, once again, it's just a simple root note. Now what we've done so far is a melody with a lot of potential, but not necessarily with that element that really stands out. So what I'm gonna do now is to actually put that thing. So once again, we're here in Omnisphere, and I'm gonna use this sound here, which is literally a bell, and I'm gonna use this sound as a hammer, literally a hammer, bro. So basically I'm gonna put a note over here, and then I'm gonna put another one over here, and I'm gonna duplicate this whole thing like this. And bro, listen how it sounds. Trust me, man, this thing is gonna go crazy. When I put the drums, man, it's gonna go crazy. And we're also gonna reduce the length, so we're gonna put it like over here. Now at this point, I wanna give more bounce to the melody, and we're hitting contact, and I'm gonna use this solo viola by Chris Hyen, and I'm gonna use this Picado 6 articulation. Now for the way I wanna use it, if you don't have musical theory background, it might be a little bit harsh, but if you followed everything that I've told you so far, and you set the piano roll according to the root note which you wanna work with, you shouldn't have any kind of issue. So basically what I'm gonna do, remember when I was telling you about the tension notes, which are these ones and these ones here. With this sound here, since there's gonna be a lot of repetition of notes, I'm really gonna use a lot of these notes on the tension area. So I'm gonna start here. Something like this, but I want it to sound in triplet. So triplet basically means that instead of having the space here split by 4 lines over here, when we're gonna put it on third beat, we're only gonna have 3 lines. This is pretty much how you get that typical little baby kind of effect on the melodies. So now I'm gonna put the same exact notes that we had at the beginning. Yeah, you see what I mean, bro? It sounds a lot different. Yeah, man, something like that. And I'm also gonna reduce the velocity of this note here. Yeah. Yeah, man. Hard. Yeah, man, that's it. Like I told you, you just need to play around with the root note and the tension notes. Even this note here, it really depends where you put it, man. Like this note here and this one here, you really want to be careful. If you don't really feel confident and you want to go for the safest way, just use the root note and the tension notes, which once again are this one here, these two sets of notes, and that's it, bro. But of course, that doesn't mean that you cannot use the other notes of the piano. Like, it really depends on the vibe that you're trying to give to the melody. But these notes here, I guarantee you're always gonna be fine. Now let's cut out the low end a little bit. And a little bit of the high end as well. Yeah. And I'm also gonna add another sound on the background, and I'm just gonna put a note here. Yeah, sound like that, bro. And I'm also gonna put a lower one over here. Yeah, let's lower the volume a little bit. Yeah, really in the background. Alright, now I'm just gonna do the arrangement of the melody, and I'm just gonna take out the pattern of this last sound that I put, so that once we get to the next part of the melody, we actually have it, so that it really gives that extra level of energy to the melody. Is it? And then once again, I'm gonna remove it, and I'm also gonna remove the choir as well, so that the melody sounds a little bit cleaner. I might even remove the bell as well. Yeah, so that we have some sort of break. The drums are just gonna go crazy, man, to the next level, G. Alright, another piece of sauce that I want to show y'all, man. Y'all gotta give me flower for this, bro. So if you just duplicate these patterns over here, and you just do like this, and I'm gonna remove these two patterns over here, because y'all understand why. And you then select this region of the playlist. Now, in order to do what I want to do, I'm gonna use the shaper box, and I'm gonna use the time shaper, and I'm then gonna put the envelope on this position here. Now, I'm gonna drag this point all the way up over there, and then I'm gonna put a point here in the middle of the envelope. And then if you select shift and you drag it all the way down, you keep it there, literally in the middle of this line here. And also remember to put the envelope on 2 bars. So once you're done with that, you basically want to create an automation clip for the shaper box. So we're just gonna put a point over here just like this, and you pretty much want to have it like that. And bro, this is the way to make that typical backspin kind of effect. Man, bro, how hard is it? Yeah. Now for the drums, bro, I'm gonna use Supreme, which is my trap collection for making hard bangers for 2025, bro. If you want to check it out, link down below in the description. Especially because, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I've been receiving so much positive feedback on this kit. So if you want to check it out, link down below in the description. Alright, we're gonna put a canvas there as well. Yeah, let's go for this one. Alright, let's put a crash, bro. Yeah. Man, this thing's gonna go crazy. Alright, let's put the open hat. Then I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, something like this, bro. I'm gonna reduce the volume a little bit. As you already know, man, it is time to put that damn area. And you already know, man, craziness gonna happen. You feel me? Might go with this one, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah. And here, man, we're gonna give it a crazy variation. Damn, bro. Hey, these counters there, bro, is slapping so hard. Dang. Hey, man, I'm gonna duplicate this whole thing, bro. Alright, man, this bass going crazy. Listen to the drums, man. Alright, bro, to be honest, I don't really feel like adding anything else, so let's get into the arrangement. We're gonna remove the pattern of the bell over here. We're just gonna have it here at the beginning of the second part of the beat, like here. Yeah, something like that. Alright, bro, appreciate you for making till the end of the video, man. I'm gonna let you listen to the full thing. Don't forget, if you want to get the same exact sounds that I use for this beat, link down below in the description. Make sure you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram at Stepuz. Hey, man, I'm gonna see you on the next time. Bye.